Hello. You join me and Bong Joon-ho on the sofa today for a special occasion. I'm going to watch Ocean's 8. A lot of you have been calling me out for my bullshit of throwing shade at Ocean's 8 without actually having seen it, which is fair, I guess. I even got a comment that said something about me being problematic for not watching it because it's an all-female remake. No. 8 isn't directed by Steven Soderbergh. That's the reason I don't want to watch it. The Ocean's films to me are not only the cast, but it's Steven Soderbergh's voice. So I'm going to go into 8 knowing that it's different. The same way that 12 is different to 11. This is a different thing. I just don't think I'm going to like it. What do you think, Bong? Yeah, he's cool. Okay, so I have some thoughts. There's probably going to be some spoilers in this, but who cares? I thought it was fine. There wasn't anything offensively bad in there. There was some fun stuff. I liked how they established that Debbie Ocean was a good con woman, by pretending to return those perfumes and then stealing them and taking somebody else's hotel room. I thought that was really fun and different, actually. It was because it was different. The heist itself was good fun to watch when they stole the necklace. It was kinetic. It was full of energy. It was a shame we didn't get to see them rehearse any of the very complicated movement that it would take to orchestrate all of that. But I was never worried that they wouldn't get away with it. It all seemed far too easy, and that was a big problem throughout the film. Like, the story needs for them to have a replica of this necklace. Okay, so the writers invent these glasses that can take a 3D scan of it and print it off. Okay, seems a bit easy. But when they get there, they're underground and the glasses can't get a signal. Okay, I wonder how they're going to get out of this one. Oh, they just ask to go upstairs and then they do, and it's fine. Okay, but wait, new problem. It turns out this necklace has got a special lock on it that can only be unlocked with some sort of magnet key thing. Sure. How are they going to get out of this one? Don't worry, Rihanna's sister will make one for you. Oh no, James Corden is in this film, but he's also investigating the crime and he's getting pretty close to figuring out who did it. Not to worry, Sandra Bullock knows him and she's gonna buy him off. You see what I'm getting at? Like, why invent these problems if they're not gonna put your characters under pressure and cause them to make difficult choices? How are we gonna fix this? We'll just say they planned it from the beginning. Ocean's 11 had these sort of reveals too. The sort of, it was a part of the plan all along reveals. But when you see it play out linearly rather than going, this is how they did it, it just feels less exciting and lazy. Also, Ocean's 11 kind of establishes early on that Danny and Rusty know people with the security guard scene.
Oscar, lower it a bit, would you?
Sorry. You guys done up here? Found what you want?
I'm just gonna take these home for the night and make some copies if it's all right.
Whatever you need.
Just setting that up in a small way early on just really prepares you for bigger reveals like that later.
Bruiser, not until later.
Sorry, Danny, I forgot.
Ocean's 12 has too many reveals, but it knows that it's doing it. It's taking the piss out of itself. It's doing it knowingly. This just feels like it's doing it like it thinks it's clever.
You thought we were just gonna steal one necklace? What do you think we are, a bunch of pussies?
This is my big problem with the film overall, except for the fact that it's an all-female cast. Yuck. It's trying to feel like an Ocean's film. It's got all the elements. It's got zoom lenses. It's got screen wipe transitions. It's got jazzy music, but it's got none of the voice. It's missing a je ne sais quoi. It's missing Steven Soderbergh. I felt it from the very opening scene, where we meet our main character in a prison and they're being interviewed by someone that we never see, but the scene is telling you so much less. Ocean's 11 fades in on a shot of an empty chair in a gritty prison. Who's about to sit in this chair? Who am I about to meet? Ocean's 8 opens up on an out-of-focus shot of a wall with a sign that I can't read. What is this? What am I looking at? Soderbergh holds on this shot of Danny for the entire scene. I talked about this in my last video. It draws you into the performance and he cuts once to emphasise the character's point of view. And you can see a slight twinkle in his eye and you think, I don't know what he's about to do, but whatever it is, I want to see it. Ocean's 8 cuts to 3 different angles in a seemingly random fashion. We don't learn anything new from each angle. It just feels like, don't get bored. Danny is released and his one item that he gets back is a wedding ring, which we can see from Clooney's performance that he has some complicated feelings about, especially since he just mentioned
My wife left me.
Debbie Ocean's only possession is a watch that belonged to Danny Ocean. This just feels like another, remember Ocean's 11, you like that? Also in the opening scene, she does mention that she fell in love with the wrong person.
I fell for the wrong person.
And as the story unfolds, we find out the reason why she wants to do the heist is because she also wants to get revenge on somebody. But none of this feels like it's established in a strong enough way. It all just felt superficial. It felt like a cheap imitation of Ocean's 11. It has all the elements and all the things that you think you need, but actually it's missing something at the core of itself. Steven Soderbergh. Also, they killed Danny Ocean. Who knows? They could bring him back, but what's that about? Sorry, I just need to get a thumbnail. You're back on the sofa with me and Bong. How you doing, mate? I just had a few more thoughts, because after making that video, I watched Ocean's 11, just to cleanse the palate. Honestly, I got like whiplash from watching it, because it's so different. Ocean's 11 is so much better. I promise after this, I won't talk about Ocean's 11 for at least a little while. What I noticed most about it this time compared to 8 was that it was treating every step of the way as the most difficult part of the journey. It was also enjoying every moment as well. It didn't feel like it was trying to get through it just to get to the proper bit. Like having a replica of the necklace. Why did they just invent magic glasses? Ocean's 12 takes the piss out of that sort of stuff with its little hologram egg. My friend Rosianna said it's like they watched Ocean's 12 and didn't get any of the satire from it. At the beginning of this, I said that there was nothing offensively bad in it, but I don't know if I actually believe that now. You know that none of my problems are to do with the fact that this cast is all female. It feels a little bit like jumping on the movement of women in films now, rather than actually making something worthwhile. If you want a recommendation of a great heist movie with a predominantly female cast, watch Widows. Steve McQueen directed it. It's brilliant. It's really exciting. It's really dramatic. It's really timely. Viola Davis is incredible in it. Daniel Kaluuya is terrifying in it. That's all I've got to say. Give it a like if you liked it, because if you liked it, that just makes sense. And I will see you. Bye.